I'm Rance. I play the little stink boy goblin blood hunter known as Six. Uh, yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
So you
Rance,
said
you're also in charge of the recap this week. So Rance is going to recap us on previous session (parenthesis S sessions) from the point of view of his characters. So go for it.
All right. So, um, entry number 81. My name is Six, and I am a stranger. We have left Barovia Village in the morning after talking to a few families about missing children. A number of kids have gone missing before, and occasionally they send out parties to go search for them. Supposedly, there is already a party out in the woods now that is trying to find them. If we're lucky, we might run into them before we have to head to that gaudy castle. I still can't help but worry about Dane. I was skeptical of that pie before, but now I know it's bad. The signs of melancholy were painfully obvious, and the last thing he needs. Arx is holding up well, but I'm not surprised. Arx always adapts to new situations well. When we go to the fork in the road and came upon a graveyard and gallows, Arx touched the grave and must have fell into some state, uh, into the same state I have when I was grabbed by the hand at the roadside grave. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what bothers me more, the fact that nobody else saw the hand or that we don't know who dug the grave. I know he is watching us, the vampire. Something happened to me that night when I saw him at the graveyard. When I activated my blood right, I felt a connection to the ground beneath me. I didn't notice the raven on the gallows at first, but then something, that connection, flared again, and it forced my head to turn and look at it. I was going to approach, but the wolves attacked. I was overrun at first, but luckily we made it out fine. It took until a moment after the fight to notice that the princess had left us. She was up. She was up the road a short distance and showed signs of exhaustion. She claimed she had been taken to a place, quote, in between, by the bloodsucker. She could hear and see us, but we couldn't her. Ethereal plane, maybe? Nine once talked about it. Further investigation needed. She was given a letter inviting us to his castle. For once, I would like to be thrown into a world without pompous. For once, I'd like to be thrown into a world without pompous nobles. Uh, Senna has begun to show her true colors. It was about this time that I had the conversation with Alistair and gave him the arrowhead. She is more reserved than Alistair, it seems, but even more willing to ask questions. I have a feeling we'll soon find out what you are, Senna. We eventually came out of the road to find the Visani people at their camp near the Sarah Pool. The first thing I was asked upon arriving was for my name. The way they practically begged me for my name raised a flag in my head. These people know the power of names. We sat around the campfire, and at Kat's insistence and Senna's curiosity, I told the story of Ship's Haven. When I finished, the old man told us that they had met Sylvia a couple of months before, giving them a bottle of wine as a parting gift. I saw Kat staring at the bottle. I also saw that all too familiar heartbreak in her eyes. I pray to the Morning Lord and to Mendicus, if he's listening, to keep Sylvie alive and well. We shared a glass, and I was reminded of Alistair. Sophisticated and a little nutty. That's when we got to meet Madame Eva.